Dawn here from Enzo's, where it's not about the dog.
If any of you are new with us, we answer your questions Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today we have a very interesting question. What is it, Dawn?
It's a good one. When should I spay or neuter my dog?
Oh.
This is a good one, you guys. Let's start with
around.
we are not vets. We play them on TV, but we are not vets. So
Work for vets.
yeah, you work for vets. I've been around them. I have a lot of vet friends, but yes. So this is one of those questions. I can't tell you. Probably every person with a puppy comes in and asks us this question, and people who have older dogs who are still intact ask us this question a lot. A while ago, somebody wrote on the internet about me that I wouldn't take their male dog because he was 2 and intact, which was a total, again, false news. Totally false, because I probably have no less than 5 intact males here every single day in our social groups. So we take them for training. We take them for anything. So you guys, I'm going to start by saying there's a lot of talk about this right now. There's a lot of disagreement, and what you need to do is educate yourself for yourself and your dog. This is just our opinions, and we have multiple opinions on this. Karen and I do not always agree on things, which is what's great about it, but we're both a little bit opinionated. It's a little bit. So, Karen, what's your feeling towards this? Like, what do you think?
I think it's a very personal decision to make. I think that people need to make it, when you say make an informed decision, do your research. But in the end, that research that you do, whichever direction you choose to go in, is going to be because it's what works for you. Okay? I'm probably the most non-judgmental on this issue. I worked for 12 years at the Humane Society, where we spayed and neutered. If you weighed 2 pounds, you were spayed or neutered.
Yep. In the state of Oregon and Washington, it's 2 pounds and 6 weeks is the rule.
Mm-hmm. So seeing those dogs and seeing them for 12 years, because often people adopted, kept coming back, and I always saw the dogs. And I was also working for training programs, so I would see these dogs come through training programs and stuff. Me personally, I have not seen anecdotally the bad part of being spayed or neutered early. Okay. That being said, in my personal dogs, I have chosen to only spay and neuter when it becomes a management issue. So if I can manage the situation, I won't spay or neuter. It has nothing to do with growth plates or tumors or cancer or any of that stuff, because I kind of feel like I can't control any of that stuff no matter what. It comes down to a management question for me. Can I keep my male dog in my yard?
Yeah.
Right? I do not want him going out making puppies.
No.
Can I keep other people's male dogs out of my yard from my intact female? Yeah. Can I manage that situation? If you guys don't know, male dogs can smell a female dog a bazillion miles away.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So it comes down to management.
Yeah, and I agree with the management when you get to that point, but I disagree very much so with the all these places that say, to spay and neuter your dog
right away.
And I understand the theory behind it with quote unquote rescue dogs. Okay.
Pet overpopulation.
Yeah. But honestly, I don't agree. I mean, that's a whole other subject. I'm going to talk about a health issue and a behavior, actually more of a behavioral issue. I have seen more dogs who are spay and neutered at very, very, very early ages from rescues that are aggressive and have major behavioral issues over 20 some years of me training than I ever have had intact dogs come to me with aggression issues. I mean, I think there's so many variables to it. But for me, I tell my clients all the time, keep your dog intact as long as you can. Again, with the management thing, right? So, and some people, it's not even a management thing. Some people, their vets want them to wait, or their vets want them to get them sooner. That's between you and your vet. For me, I kind of a rule of thumb for my personal dogs was always this. My females, I wanted them to go through 2 heat cycles. Abby, I did not make 2 heat cycles with Abby, and this goes to the management. Abby went through 1 heat cycle and then had a false pregnancy. It was horrible. It was 6 months of horror with her. Literally, it was terrible for her. So I did get her spayed. Clark I got from a rescue, and I pulled from a shelter. He was still intact when I got him, and I had him neutered at about 2.5. So maybe I'd only had him for about 6 months. And literally the reason I did that was because he works around so many intact dogs, intact females, that I didn't want an oops. So again, I guess
Management.
it was back to what Karen says. It was 100% management. But I want you to wait. I want you to wait. My personal feeling on training and behavior is I want people to wait to spay and neuter their dogs until they come to full maturity. Different dogs come to full maturity at different ages. And so that's a big thing. Females, it's pretty easy because they come into their heat cycle, and that is a maturity thing. Males, it's a lot harder. However, if you can wait. If you can't, then don't. There is no harm in either one. I mean, you know, there are things that will show different things. I mean, there's so much research out there. You can
Do
find
your
it.
research.
Do
Yeah.
your research, but you're going to find it in whatever direction you're going. So if you want to spay your dog at 6 months old, you are going to find research that backs up that that's a good thing to do.
Right.
I mean, you are. If you want to never spay your dog, you are going to find research that backs up to never spay your dog. You're going to find it, whatever you're looking for out there.
I think it's a personal opinion.
It is. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But that is how we talk to people about it all the time here at Enzo's. Talk to your vet. Breeders have different rules to it. I know some people have different kinds of dogs that they have to do it at certain ages and prove it. Fine. But it definitely, it's a personal thing. It's a personal thing. And if you don't want to do it and you go to a breeder who says that you have to do it at a certain age, then don't use that breeder. Right? Like, Don't be like, oh no, my breeder's making me, but I don't want it. Don't have that conflict. The conflict shouldn't be there. Don't get a dog from that breeder. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's your dog.
It's your dog. It's your decision. It's a tough decision to make.
Yep. Great. So, wrapping that up, I think that it's a personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Do your research. Make an informed decision. Yep. Don't go off what Aunt Susie did in the 20s, or what Uncle Joe does now. Yeah. So make your own decision, and remember to send us your questions.
Yeah.
And what else should they remember, Dawn?
Yeah, it's not about the dogs, you guys. Take care.
Bye.